I'm here to do an answered prayers reading. So, in this reading, we're going to find out what the reading is regarding or what the issue is that you've been praying about, and then we're going to get God's response, okay? So, Most High, what's this one regarding, please? Okay. Okay. We have a lot of cards here. So, what is this regarding? We have the Ten of Cups that talks about emotional fulfillment, being happy with family and friends and in your career and all these things. Then we have the Knight of Cups that talks about an offer of love, but it's only temporary, you know. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Yep. So whatever the happiness is, it won't last long. Soon there'll be burdens. So it's like it just fades away, you know. And your Ten of Cups, Ten of Chalices, Ten of Cups is replaced by Ten of Wands. So what was once delightful and emotionally fulfilling and just made you skip like a carefree child will be transformed into a very heavy load to bear. And then we have the Horned God coming next, and that talks about the beast within. So that could talk about it changing you for the worse. And then we have the Knight of Artemis coming in, Knight of Swords, swift communication, swift action, irrational behavior. Okay, let me analyze this part first. Okay, yeah. So it's like there was great love, then it turned into barely love. So Ten of Chalices, great love. Knight of Chalices, barely love. Like you're seeing it going backwards, and that's causing you stress. Ten of Wands, and it's bringing out the worst in you, the Horned God, and it's making you want to act a fool. Knight of Artemis, Knight of Swords. But in this deck, the Knight of Artemis has a big smile on his face. I don't know if you can see it, but he has a huge grin on his face. So whatever this communication is, although it's coming in irrationally and with full force, it's basically fuckery. It's weak. They're not serious. They're only trying to portray themselves as being beastly, but they're not. They're actually you're actually weak. So it's like you're complaining about the situation here, but you're not really serious about your complaint. I just did another answered prayers reading, and it's like basically the same situation. So this love that was once good, that is now watered down, has caused you a heavy burden, and you're upset about it, is bringing out the beast in you, but your communication is weak as fuck. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. That talks about long-term marriage and family, long-time money, like a serious investment, like a marriage type, or serious commitment, serious relationship, a long-term serious relationship. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Lord of Shadows, and we have the Green Man, the Knight of Wands, the Battle Wagon, the Seven of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, oh my God, and the Four of Chalices. And then the Standing Stone. Oh Lord. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone, and because you don't want to be alone, you're willing to put up with fuckery so that you don't have to be alone. You have the Battle Wagon to the Seven of Wands to the Four of Pentacles. It's like fighting against defending yourself from from fighting against defending yourself in holding back from investing in the Four of Cups. She looks fucking bored, but by cutting out stupid people out of your life, fake ass people who once loved you and don't love you anymore, you earn yourself freaking serenity. You earn yourself peace of mind. You earn yourself the rights to your own money and your own time. The less time and money and energy that you spend investing on people who are not freaking worth it, the more you have to spend on yourself. Why invest in people, places, things, ideas, and shit that aren't serving you well? You're afraid to be alone. The Standing Stone. Next, we have the Seven of Swords coming in, the Seven of Athames. This is the type of behavior that you're willing to put up with just because you're afraid to be alone. The Nine of Chalices. It is your heart's desire, like a muumuu. It is your heart's desire to be fucking sad once you're not alone. You need a shrink. You need an in-depth analysis. You need an exorcism. Yeah. There's a spirited, look at this. 8 of Swords coming in next. 8 of Athemes. You prefer to be trapped, sad, and what's the next one? 7 of Athemes. Be lied to, be cheated on, and all sorts of nonsense just so that just so that you're not alone. My God. Just so that you have someone to talk to. So let me ask you this now. How much of the time spent with this person do you think will be spent in harmony, in peace, in emotional fulfillment? How much of the time that you spend with this person will be of any benefit to you? The only person that will be winning in this situation is the person that you're willing to sacrifice your own well-being for. Would they sacrifice their well-being for you? Let's say the roles were switched. Let's say you were doing all the things that this person is now doing to you, to this person. What do you think their response would be? How do you think they would respond to you cheating on them, lying to them, being of no help to you in the household? Always sucking your money out of your pocket? If you out of their pocket, sorry, I knew I said that wrong. So basically, if just switch the roles around, how would they respond to you behaving in that way with them? And if they would sacrifice their well-being just so that they don't have to be lonely, they're a stupid ass too. They need to see a shrink too. They need to do some deep mental analysis too of why do you feel you need to subject yourself? You know what, I'm too upset. Just wait. See, that's why it's not good to get angry, because when you get angry, you can't think straight. I mean, I'm thinking straight, but it's like my brain and my mouth are not working in harmony, you know? And I want the message to come out clearly, because this is nonsense. Why do you think so lowly of yourself? Why do you hate your own company? Why do you hate being by yourself? Why? So if you hate your own company, who the fuck you think is gonna like your company? If you hate your own company, why should someone else, or how can anyone else want to be in your company if you hate your own company? If you don't like you, then no fucking body's gonna like you. So you need to do some self-work. Before you start looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you should probably look within yourself and become your own friend. Get to know yourself better. Build your character. Strengthen yourself so that you are okay on your own. You can look after yourself. Food, clothes, shelter, inspiration, all within your own self. Matter of fact, you need to get yourself to a space where you love your own company more than you love to be with other people. Yeah. Because being in your own company means you have all freedom to be yourself. When you're around other people, you're always subject to their opinions of you. Whether you ask them for their opinions or not. And that could be heavy sometimes. Being judged all the time. It's great to be alone. You get to develop your own self, develop your own character. What do you like? What do you not like? Like, for real, for real, for real. Fuck what your friends think. Fuck what your boyfriend and your parents think. Fuck what your cousins think. What do you think? Who are you? What do you truly believe in this life? Maybe you're the smartest one out the whole fucking group, but because you're so in love with company and friends and family and fun or whatever, you can't get to be yourself. You can't get to express yourself, because if you express your true self, you're afraid that you won't be accepted by others. So it's like your energy, it's like you morph your own self to fit in with everybody, to get along with everybody. So it's like you're being everybody else, but you're not being yourself. Who are you? I might have worn this shirt today for you. Maybe you're the most brilliant of the whole group, but nobody fucking knows that because you refuse to be yourself. You don't even know yourself because you're so afraid to be alone. So you're depriving yourself and the world of the beauty that is within you. That's unfair. That's selfish. That's silly. We don't like that. Because you don't know who you might inspire by being yourself. Everybody else around you is an inspiration to you. You're inspired to be like everybody else. You don't even know yourself, so you don't even know if you want other people to be inspired by you or to be inspired to be like you. You have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of self-work to do. Okay? Now, let's get God's response. Yeah. God's response. What's your response to this person and this scenario, please? Most High. You're depriving yourself and you're depriving the rest of the world of your beauty. And you can't tell me you don't have no beauty about you, because God don't make rubbish. Don't tell lies on our God. Don't tell lies on God. God didn't create no nonsense when God was creating all of us. Whether people like you or not, it don't mean that you're nonsense. Get to know yourself. And if you don't like what you see when you get to know yourself, change it. We have that power. Anything that's not serving you well, drop it. Your life will be so much lighter. You'll be so much happier. You'll be able to produce more. You'll be able to progress more. How can you function in a world with your heart broken? How well will you function in a world with your heart broken? And your job. There are people out there who rely on you. If you go to work with a broken heart constantly, there's going to come a time where you're going to be so overwhelmed that you won't be concentrating at work. What kind of work do you do? That could be a dangerous thing. You need to be of sound mind so that you can put out the best that is within you. If you're not of sound mind, then everybody that you meet is going to get that version of you. Mentally depleted version of you. That's not fair. If you want it for yourself, then fine, but do you know how to compartmentalize that shit so that it only affects you? Because the rest of the world don't deserve to be a victim of your nonsense. You're being unfair to yourself. And automatically that makes you unfair to everyone. Even this person that you refuse to let go of. You're being unfair to them too, because they don't even fucking know who you are. And maybe that's the reason why they're treating you the way how they're treating you. Because they see that you're being fake. They see that you're weak. You want to make everybody happy, so they prey on your weakness. So you're actually sabotaging yourself, very possibly. People fight against strong people, but people love and respect strong people. A lot of them secretly do. They may fight against you because it's natural. Everybody want to be the alpha. But when they're alone, they admit that they have a respect for your strength, your resilience. If you're not strong and resilient, they only laugh at you. And most time they don't even think about you until they want to use you. The truth hurts when it's ugly. Let's see what God's response is to your prayer. Because you want to communicate with this person, but you're not using your authority. So at least you're taking some kind of steps to rectify the situation, the Knight of Artemis. But you're not being serious enough about it. What can you really achieve when you're not really putting your foot down? They may take you for a joke. God's response. Ooh, soulmate. This is your soulmate. But wait, right behind that we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Could be you, because you're refusing to be true to yourself, because you want people to like you, because you don't want to be alone. You see? So like I was saying, if you're not being true to yourself, then automatically you're being a liar to everybody else around you. And we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your life right now. And these financial issues, this is the energy of lack that you're afraid of. You're afraid to be without this person. But let me ask you a question. Is it just this person, or is it like any person? Are you one of those people who are afraid to be alone, or do you just not want to be without this particular person? Because it says soulmate. They are your soulmate. But you are not being true to yourself, and by extension, you cannot be true to this person. You're trying your best not to step on this person's toes while you allow them to grind your toes to a pulp. That's very imbalanced. When you express yourself, you're expressing yourself like it's a joke. It's not a joke. And if you keep putting it off, it's like pressure's gonna build up inside you, and one of these days you're just gonna snap. You don't want that. You have an opportunity to express yourself in all honesty. I think you should take the opportunity to express yourself in all honesty. And if that means them walking away from you, whether for a long time or for a short time, you need to let that happen. That means you need to discipline yourself. You must be willing to lose this person if you truly want to gain the respect of this person. Because your fear of losing them is causing you to lose yourself and them anyway. So you're afraid to be left out, so you choose to express love. So it's like even when they do wrong, it's like a parent disciplining their child for doing something wrong, and they're not really serious with their discipline. So let's say, well, basically I'm trying to say you don't punish the child when they do wrong. You talk to them, but you don't really give them no proper punishment. So every time they do this wrong thing, they know that all mommy's gonna do is just run her fucking mouth. And then they go right back to doing it again. And mommy gonna run her mouth again. And that's the vicious, ugly cycle that just, there's no progress. The child needs to understand that they have done wrong and they really shouldn't do that shit again. But with you being afraid to lose this person, it's a big problem for you. I think all of this the solution to this problem starts within you. I think you are your biggest problem in this situation, because you're the one that's wearing a false self mask, because you're not expressing how you truly feel. I'm not saying that you should be violent towards the person that's doing you this thing. But if you're unwilling to cut ties with them, then the door is always open for them to come in and deal with you however they like. Yeah, this past life relationship, you have known each other before. So this person is someone that you keep going in and out with, because we have you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. That's attraction. So it's someone from your past. So you've been down this road with this person before, but then you're attracted to them. So you call them back in again. And then retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. You leave them again. And then you give your relationship a chance again. You work on this partnership. And what's coming after that? Another separation again. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So God's response is, you're being untrue to yourself because you don't want to be left out. You keep expressing your love because you want this person in. You just go in, out, in, out, in, out. Then we have a separation coming again. Okay, so let's see what happens next. So we have heart-to-heart conversations. You honestly discuss your feelings with each other, right? And then we have another engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level after this discussion, right? And you choose to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance because you feel like this could be the one. But then we have honeymoon, so it doesn't last long. A honeymoon is like a short holiday together. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That's what the card reads. So even after this heart-to-heart conversation and things look like it's getting on the right track, you're staying optimistic because you feel like this could be the one. Shit goes south again. Things go down the drain again. And this is where you're getting to know each other. So it's like, haven't you learned anything yet about this person and this relationship, about yourself? It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So after this could be the one energy coming. Then you get back together again and it's over. Honeymoon. And then we have getting to know each other. Then we have released your ex. So there's that out energy again. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. You feel like the time has come to clear your energy. You feel like the time has come to love yourself first. Then we have the trust coming in. And then we have unrequited love. So this relationship that you're in, it can't work because you're being weak. Your fear to lose is causing you to lose. I don't know how much better I could put that for you. So you're choosing to put your trust in this unrequited love. It's unrequited. Just because someone is your soulmate, it doesn't mean that you're meant to be together. And the person in this situation with the problem is you. It's you. You're deceiving yourself. And by deceiving yourself, you're deceiving everyone else around you because you refuse to tell the truth about how you feel to the people around you. That's why you're in, out, in, out, in, out. You're dilly-dallying around everybody's feelings. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Life will never be perfect. People's feelings will always be getting hurt. But it's funny how you're willing to allow people to hurt your feelings, but you don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings. That's an interesting characteristic. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you're willing to allow your feelings to be hurt to keep the peace. I don't know if that's brave or just stupid. I don't know if I should commend you or freaking diss you. I don't know if that's good or bad. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you're quite willing to submit yourself and have your feelings trampled all over. So I guess that's why the people around you treat you like that. That's why you're being treated like that, because the way that you allow someone to treat you, it teaches them how you want to be treated. Oh my God. Okay, this job here is bigger than me. I've done the best that I can do. So what I'm gonna do, so this is God's response. So God's response is, you are the problem here. You're not being true to yourself. But what I'm gonna get for you now is God's advice. I think you need some advice from the professional. Whether you take it or not, different story. But I'm gonna give it to you. So what's your advice for this person? Please. Whoa, excuse me. Yeah, this case here above my pay grade. I need to call in the big guns. Because I just feel like I'm going around and around in circles with you. And I don't have no time to do that. I'm going to let the master speak. What you choose to do with the information, it's your business. I don't know. There's a point where kindness becomes as toxic as being mean. So your kindness to others is actually proving toxic to yourself. You're kind to others to a fault. You need to reel that back in a bit. You need to find a balance between your desires being met and your people's desires being met. You need to demand that they be fair to you. But first, you need to be fair to yourself by having the courage to speak up so that they know that you feel like you're not being fairly dealt with. I'm not saying it like you're making a joke, but then you have this problem where you're afraid to lose these people or lose this person. Like I said, let me call in the master. Let's see what the master has to say. So God's advice to you on this situation. So God's advice to you, God says, I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. But that's not it. There's another card. So let's not get too happy or too sad yet. Just wait. Then we have Axe. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern. Silent treatment, abandonment. That's God's advice for you. God says, yes, I know that you like this person, but right now you need to take some time to yourself. It's like the wheel is turning in one direction. You need to slow that wheel right down and stop it completely. And do some evaluating of yourself so that if and or when the wheel should start turning with these people again, you should not be the same person you were when you left the situation the first time. You should be more balanced in your request to be respected. Love yourself as much as you love the people around you. You are not loving yourself as much as you're loving the people around you. I'm dumbfounded. Like, it's kind of a good thing, but that is a bad thing at the same time because you're being very unfair to yourself. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck, it says the dragonfly. Be light-hearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. Exactly what I just said just now. You need to stop it. So God already told you, yes, you like these people, but you need to cut it off. Or this person. I keep saying these people. It could be more than one person that you're having this issue with. But you need to stop it because the relationship between you and this person or people is very imbalanced at this time. And it's largely due to you caring more about them than you're showing care to yourself. You need to balance that out within yourself, and then you can have friendships. Don't allow people to treat you any old. Don't allow yourself to treat you any old how. I've never had to tell anyone that before. Just wait. Don't allow yourself it's not being selfish, it's being smart, it's being sensible because you're not happy. So anyway, we got dragonfly, we got addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. You're addicted to being the chaser. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. You don't want to be alone. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. You don't want to be alone because you remember the love, you remember the good times. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. You're heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. You have to go through this. You have to do it. It's better if you do it and get it over with at this stage of your life before you invest many years of being like this, being unfair to yourself. So right after heartbroken, we have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So that's the underlying issue. You need to heal. You need to heal yourself. You need to stop being the chaser. Stop wanting to make everybody happy. You need to learn to want to make yourself happy. And sometimes that means hurting someone else. Especially if they're being... But when I really think about the situation now, you have all these people around you that you want to make happy. You go over and beyond to make them happy, and they do not put in the effort to make you happy. They just take from you. That should tell you something about these people or this person. That should tell you something about this person. That's not good, because if they loved you, they wouldn't ask you. If they loved you, you wouldn't have to ask them to show you love, especially after you're giving so much of yourself. If they loved you, they would automatically give you love. And don't take that little spurt of love here, spurt of love there as meaning that they love you, because sometimes people only give you as much as they need to give you to keep you attached to them. So when they see that you're starting to get a little bit rowdy because you feel neglected and disrespected, then they start showing that love to you. And as soon as they think that you're okay again, then they pull it back and you start chasing after them. The person or people you're dealing with, they are manipulating you and you're enabling them. It's time to invest in yourself. I'm sorry, but it's time to spend some time alone. I hope you believe that it's better to be alone than to be unhappy. You're wasting your time and your energy on people who do not really appreciate it. They like it, but they don't appreciate it. Because if they appreciated it, they would give without you asking, so that they could continue to receive of your goodness. They don't appreciate it. They're just taking it because it's there. And when the fire seems to be going out, they pour some gasoline on the fire to keep it blazing, to keep you stuck on them. That's terrible. That's not nice behavior at all. And it starts with you. When you change your behavior within yourself, you'll be able to change how the people outside you are treating you, and you'll be able to change even who the fucking people outside of you are. Maybe you just need a different group of people around you, period. And I keep saying group of people and people because I feel like it's more than one person that you're going through the same issue with. I feel like it's more than one person you're going through this with. You're too nice. You're too kind. And you're not investing that niceness and kindness in yourself, because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings to make them desert you. I want to cry for you. I really do. Because I understand. I understand. And the biggest part of this problem is it's within yourself. Do you have enough wisdom to exercise self-discipline? Because that's the only thing that's going to save you right now. Sorry. You see, when you walk certain paths, I get it. I get it, but you have to be strong. You're gonna have to cut some people out if you want to really bring yourself back to wholeness again. If you want to be fair to yourself, you're gonna have to cut these motherfuckers off. You have to. If you don't, you're gonna be very unfair to yourself, and you're gonna wake up one day and see that you have been very unkind to yourself. Yeah, boy. It's a tough one. But it's not impossible, you know. Prayer always works. A lot of the time, prayer is the first step to healing, you know. Once you felt like you've had enough, you'll pray. Yeah, I wish you well. I wish you well. I pray you come out of this situation the winner.
I pray you come out of this without having many regrets. I pray that you learn the lesson that life is trying to teach you before it's too late. Don't let your experiences make you bitter. Because going through things like this can make you bitter. It can make you bitter. And then you'll be even less happy with yourself when you become bitter. So, I pray deliverance for you. It's gonna be a struggle, but you can do it, and you're not alone. God is always here, ready for an invitation to be our knight and shining armor. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the very best going forward. Bye bye.